Hi guys, welcome back to Kisimo, your watering well to be equipped, encouraged, and ignited in God's Word. Welcome back to another video. So excited to be about to end the month of January. Can you believe it though? Like, I feel like I've just finished saying Happy New Year to people. And just like that, we are about to hit February. For those of you who follow me on social media, you've been walking this journey with me of the positive affirmations. Can I just say, like, I don't just put them out there to put them out there for you guys. Those are like lessons each day that I myself was kind of grappling with, or kind of starting to understand and starting to reflect on and work towards embodying. So you know, when I talk about I want to invest in the business and the life that I love, this is it, right? Filming early, making sure I consistently have content, making sure I'm setting time aside for myself, for my family, setting time aside for my business. It makes no sense to say that, you know, I made this decision to start, made this investment to start, because filing for a business is not easy peasy. You know, I'm inspired to kind of want to help other people live the promises that are in God's Word and then not make time for it, right? Like, totally out of agreement with myself, totally out of agreement with God, but then also doing a disservice to other people. Like, been meeting with my life coach and just talking about how I am consistently hiding. Not hiding in the sense of, oh, I'm not putting myself out there, because I am. These videos are consistently coming out. I'm trying to be as active as possible on social media. But even in my coming out, there's like some apprehension, some holding back as well, or not wanting to dig into certain topics because I feel like, oh my gosh, who am I to be somebody to talk about this? I'm still struggling with it, or it's something I don't even want to acknowledge is happening. And one of those topics we're actually going to jump into today, and it's the concept of perfectionism. Can I just tell you, like, if you told me 3 months ago that I was a perfectionist, I would have argued you down. Like, argued you all the way down. Like, there's no way I'm a perfectionist. First of all, like, as a believer, like, I understand that no human is perfect. You know, I know the Lord is like my creator. I have weaknesses, blah, 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 blah. I would have argued it away and done a pretty good job, I believe, of arguing it away. But just in the work that I've been doing around myself, around kind of my viewpoints about even how that impacts my relationship with the Lord, it has become pretty clear that I am a total perfectionist. And a lot of us are, but because it's so subtle, like, it doesn't manifest in the most obvious ways, it's easy to argue it away or to, like, not even notice it at all, which was the case for me. So you would have said that I was a perfectionist and I would have been like, no, I'm not. Like, no, like, I don't think there is a perfect standard. I don't think that, you know, I am always kind of battling like unrealistic expectations for myself. But for me, it was manifesting in that I wouldn't do things until I thought I was ready. I wouldn't do things until I did like major research. I wouldn't do things, or I wouldn't share things with people until I felt it was at a point where, you know, it's a great representation of me, and it won't show up in any kind of weaknesses or setbacks, or there wouldn't be room to get negative feedback. That's how mine manifested. And I get it. Like, there are some things you just don't put them out there. But even my accountability circle, like the people who are meant to walk with me in the journey of imperfection, like, they wouldn't even get a chance to see imperfection. That's what I mean. So, like, if, you know, I'm working on a project, and, you know, my sister has an MBA. My sister, I am like this with my sisters. But even them, I was like, no. I have to be at a good place before I go ask them for feedback, or before I kind of try to give them feedback about things that they're trying to do. So, one, it just holds me back, because if I'm not being sharpened, then there's no growth that's going to happen. But also, if it has opportunity to, in my issue, it connects to somebody else's issue, and we get to kind of unpack it and sharpen one another, I'm also holding that back, right? And if this is meant to be a platform for encouraging and igniting other people's like passions, and like to start anyway, and to fight fear, and to do things even in spite of fear, but then I'm not living that, and I'm not providing the feedback that I've learned as a counselor, a therapist, right, as a believer, as a woman, and just through the life experiences that I have had. What a disservice I am doing to other people. And if you're somebody who shares the same sentiment, like, we are in this together, you are not alone. But so, again, didn't want to jump into this topic for a while. I was like, no, I just came to realize that I'm a perfectionist. Like, who am I to tell other people about their perfectionism? It's like, who am I not to? Who am I not to? Like, if I have come upon this nugget and there are other people who might benefit from hearing about it, even as we're both learning how to understand it, how to see how it shows up for us, but don't know how to address it and move forward, it starts now. Like, I can't just wait, like, oh God, I'm gonna wait 3 more months as I keep, working on this, and then I'm gonna come up here. But in 3 months, the damage that can happen because of perfectionism, the dreams that will not be manifested, the projects that will not get started, the feedback that will never be received in 3 months is critical. Because 3 months is only 120 days, but 3 months is a quarter of the entire year. I told you that a few weekends ago I hosted a year at a glance get together for like small business owners, and even with that I was like, no, like, I just launched my business, I haven't even made my first dollar in my business, and who am I to start giving feedback to other people? But it's like, who are you not to? Like, all the stuff that you have learned, Brittany, that has just lit a new fire under me and has given me such an amazing framework to work under, has kind of helped me burst out of certain boxes and certain ideas that I had kind of closed myself into. How dare I not share with somebody else who can start doing the work so that they can start propelling and moving towards the direction they're going into? But for fear of keeping on rambling, I'm just gonna jump into the topic. So, perfection. The first thing that like landed on my heart is like, perfection is a part of pride. Like, perfection is a symptom of pride, because it says, again, I can do this by myself. I do not need anyone. I do not want to be viewed as weak, imperfect, as vulnerable, as somebody who might not know, as somebody who actually needs help, as somebody who is not good enough. So again, and even at the root of pride, right, is always that little piece of, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. All of these things stem up from, I am not worthy, but that's for another video. Perfection comes up with like secrecy, right? The no, I'm gonna do this by myself until it's at a point where then I can let someone in to see. And it's sometimes it's also like, I'm gonna work in secrecy because this is such a great idea, I don't want somebody else to steal it. First of all, there's nothing new under the sun. There's a new way of doing it, but there's nothing new under the sun. But also remembering, you are you, and no one else on this earth is like you, can do things like you. Like, we can both try to film a video, but my personality will shine in a way and yours will shine in a way, and you will reach people you're meant to reach, and I will reach people I'm meant to reach. Like, there is enough for all of us to go around. And I even shared 2 videos ago about a book I'm reading called, it's actually right here next to me because I was reading. It's called You Are a Badass at Making Money, and it just talks about like abundance versus lack mindset, and that secrecy of, oh my gosh, my idea will get stolen, is such a lack mindset, and it's how you show up everywhere else. So how you show up anywhere is how you show up everywhere. So if you have a lack mindset in your ideas, it's going to show up in your money, it's going to show up in your relationships, it's going to show up at your job, it's going to show up in your own personal thoughts even. That's just a little nugget for you to sit with. And perfection also kind of limits you to feeling like, I have to earn anything that I get back, I have to earn it by my works. Like, it's not inherently mine because I exist, because I'm human, because I strive to be a better person. It's like, no. I am unworthy, right? That word comes back. I am unworthy of positivity, accolades, being celebrated until I earn it. And I have to earn it through blood, sweat, and tears, and I have to earn it on my own. I have to break my own back to get this done. No, I don't deserve to ask for help, because asking for help shows weakness, and it shows that I am not good enough and that I'm not able to. Absolutely not. Asking for help means like, whoa, I am blessed with resources. Like, let me tap into these so that I can have more time to do the other things that I'm passionate about besides this thing. So I can put more time into this project that's giving me a hard time, so that I can expand my thinking around how else I can manifest this project. Tap into your resources. Like, and don't feel like you have to do it on your own. I am so learning that, and like, it feels like such a foreign concept. Like, yeah, I have people who build curriculums all around me. I have people with MBAs all around me. I have people who are running businesses all around me. I have people who have been doing this longer than I have all around me and have stumbled and gone through these things, and like, I can just ask them. Like, they will not charge me. They will give me feedback for free. They will help me with services for free. They'll give me ways to maximize my ideas for free. And here I am, again, gonna wait 3 months before that one idea lands into my spirit, and I could have just asked somebody 3 minutes ago. Doesn't help me. Doesn't serve me. Definitely doesn't serve the people who are out there needing whatever solution I have to offer them through the project that I'm working on. Anywho, I'm rambling again. The other piece that I wrote was, and this was one that I had a challenge sitting with, but perfectionism and pride as an identity crisis, right? Like, going back to that piece of unworthiness, it's of who am I and why do I deserve? You know, why should I be heard? Why should I be listened to? What do I have to say that hasn't been said before? What do I have to give that hasn't been given before? What makes me so special to deserve to have a thriving business, to deserve to have, you know, money flowing in, to deserve to have the power of choice, to take vacations when I want to take vacations, to be my own boss? Like, who am I to deserve that? That is an identity crisis. And literally, that is what I have been battling with for the past few months. And battling because it's not like a light dance you do. It is stuff that keeps you up at night. It is stuff that makes you give up halfway through projects, makes you want to throw in the towel, makes you not want to invest time, makes you want to snuggle up in bed and not get up when the alarm rings, makes you doubt that God's got your back. Come on now, like, when I say this is the first time I've realized that my faith was also being impacted, and I thought I'm somebody who had like strong faith. Yes, strong faith doesn't mean I never struggle, but not in this area of unworthiness. Like, that was a new concept for me. Perfectionism was a new concept for me, but it's been so liberating to just get to know me better, and then get to know, like, yes, I also have the tools and the resources all around me to navigate this and to overcome it. So just sometimes acknowledging that and sitting with that truth and opening yourself to really dig deeper and see who are the people, places, and things all around me that I can tap into to make my workload, my burden easier, to kind of help me brainstorm a little bit better than I already have, to help me maximize my ideas, my dreams, my visions, my goals, ultimately my purpose, but also so that I don't rob the people who are meant to benefit from my story, my journey, my testimony, my project, my business, my ideas, then I don't hold them back from, you know, being liberated, from learning something, from getting connected to resources that they've been dying or to get connected to, or they've been waiting ages for, that I'm not holding them back to. Because we are all interconnected, whether we like it or not. Like, we are all meant to be social beings, and we're connected by humanity. Like, just the sense of, like, we're human, and everybody benefits from your story. Everybody who you encounter benefits from your story in some way, shape, or form, because God doesn't waste relationships. God doesn't waste encounters. And when he says all things work together for our good, he's not kidding. It works for our good in multiple ways, where somebody who you might have blessed ends up coming back and blessing you in a miraculous way, in a wonderful way. So just think about those things. And again, like I said, notice how it shows up in every area of your life, in your relationship, with family, with friends, intimate partner, spouse, whomever, with your children, with your colleagues and coworkers, with strangers, even on your commute, right? Like, notice how you're showing up everywhere, because you're not three people, right? Like one person with friends and family, one person with colleagues and coworkers, and one person with the world and with strangers. You're the same person, but it's how you choose to show up with each of them that makes it seem like you're a different person. But show up the same way for everyone, and just kind of wait and see what the outcomes will be. But just gonna leave you with that. That's kind of what I wanted to share. And of course, it's not the end of information and understanding about the concept of perfectionism, but like dig deeper and don't be afraid about what's on the other side. There's nothing on the other side except more greatness. So trust your process, trust your journey, jump in. You are worth the investment. Okay, until the next video, later lovelies, bye.